Hello guys, this is Potato Power MTG, and today I would like to talk about some Magic. Um, we have an exciting news. It has been announced that starting with Edge of Eternities, this is the newer set, one of the newer sets coming up. Legendary spacecraft and vehicles with a power and toughness box will be eligible to be your commander. We need to see the actual ruling on the comprehensive rules for Magic. But so right now it means that when you are going to be able to use your legendary vehicles as a commander. So a Chica's Chariot will be a mono green commander, and you know that's cool. You like cats, you like green, that will be perfect. And then we have here now a new design for a new subtype for a card, which is a spacecraft. And I'm not gonna get into too much detail on what exactly it does, but I just wanted to like bring this up. We are gonna have way more ways to build commanders now that this is allowed, and it's gonna be really interesting. I would like to see what does the actual rules text say, but we will not get to know that until later on. Then another thing I wanted to touch on was secret layers. I am a tiny little bit disappointed that they took back what they say. Originally, it shows that the secret layers collaboration with Nalak, the non-foil would have been $30. Well, $29.99. That's $30, and then the foil will be $40. They have taken. I think there was either a typo or they just changed their mind once they saw that this secret layer was going to be super popular. But now that the non-foil is $40 and the foil is 50. So yeah, a little bit sad there. It's still going to a charity, so I'm still gonna be buying some of this. I'm just, instead of buying three, I'm just only gonna buy two. So yeah, a little bit sad to see that, but hey, it's for a charity. So yeah, support it if you want. Don't support it if you don't. Um, but yeah, I still think this is great. I still like the secret layer. It's just sad that it went $10 on price for foils and non-foils. Next up, Mutable. Oh baby, let's go. Mutable is gonna come back on Edges of Eternity. Come on, get excited. No, it obviously, if you guys see the video where they announce Ages of Eternity and they pull out Mutable as one of the lands that they were super hyping up, it was hilarious to see that nobody in the audience was excited for this thing. The art is cool. This one right here doesn't look like a magic card to me. I know that sentence has lost all meaning, but this truly does not look like a magic card. The name is not even on top like most of the other magic cards. Same as this one. This one looks like literally just Star Wars. I forgot the name. The new Star Wars card game. To me, this is what a Star Wars card will look like. The art is cool. The artist is obviously talented. I just could not care less about another reprint for Star Wars. As for not for Star Wars, I mean for Mutable, especially since we have gotten a fair amount of reprints recently. Like it doesn't really do anything for Commander or Standard or anything like that. So it was silly to me how much they hyped this thing, but hey, it is what it is. Now to cool stuff, Ages of Eternities have gotten a bunch of cards spoil. So Tesseret, Cruel Captain. This is a really cool art, and then I'm not gonna go over everything that it does, but this seems a pretty reasonable commander. Somebody pointed out that for standard or modern, you can just cast Tesseret, then cast 3 Ornithopters, and you can ult them. That's funny. Then we have here the planes. The alternate art borderless cards. None of these planes speak to me. I could not care less about any of these. Not to say the artist is bad, it's just like it just does not speak to me. Now this one right here, the Sotherabas, the Super Void, this is a sick art. And if you have seen the actual video of it, when it shows the foiling, holy crap, this is sick. Like this art, I can definitely get behind, and I know it doesn't have the name on the top, like I just mentioned a little bit ago. But this is just really exciting. Here's another one. Let's read what this thing does. This is really good. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent chooses a creature they control and exiles it. Crazy, 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 crazy. At the beginning of your end step, if a player controls no creatures, sacrifice Ethernity, then put the creature exile with it into the battlefield under your control with 2 additional +1/+1 counters. So this is really cool. Obviously, the opponents have a fair amount of saying on what is going to be going into the black hole. In the standard, it's not gonna. This is going to be extremely strong. You're going to either want to counter this or immediately destroy it. But if you don't, then this basically is going to make sure that you win the game if this stays in for a few turn rotations. On Commander, this is going to be a removal magnet. Even if somebody is not playing heavy into the board, even if they're like spell slinger, they will still want to destroy this thing just because other opponents might have stuff that they're having to sacrifice into the Super Void. So they obviously don't want the Super Void to like keep getting more options on what to bring back. So really cool. Then we have the Seriema. This is one of the spaceships that apparently is going to be like heavy into the story. Have talked about this. They're making it so that you can have legendary spacecraft with power and toughness bucks, and legendary vehicles with power and toughness bucks to be able to be your commander. So really, really cool. I'm not gonna go into like the mechanics of it, just because I just want to like talk about this super quick. Hero Super cards has been a spoil. I really like this guy for a popper deck, or just even even for a regular commander. This is just funny that this melts both the landfall for green and the damage for red, and then just drag hard because why the fuck not? Then also we are getting some of the dual lands. We're getting the shock lands back. So enter the battlefield. You may pay 2 as this land enters. You may pay 2 life. If you don't, it enters tapped. Super cool that they're reprinting them into the set. I love some shock lands. So yeah, they have only revealed these 5. Hopefully they will do all of them and not just these ones. But yeah, really, really excited about this reprint. Hopefully it will make Shocklands more price accessible to other players. Then for commanders, they have announced that the commanders are going to have the secondary commander that you can build for each one of these decks is going to be a legendary spacecraft, which is really cool. Sorrel is not really exciting to me. I have an insect tribal or kindred deck, and it's just Gruul. And this one, that one is Golgari. This is Jund, so it cannot go on my deck, but hopefully there will be some cool insects on this deck that I can just buy this deck and take some of them out. Now, Kilo, a Pottage Mind. This excites me so much to just having this kind of effect on a creature that can be your commander. When he becomes tapped, proliferate. Holy fuck! This is gonna be exciting to build. As I'm pretty sure you guys know, you already know that there is probably a bunch of infinite combos you can do with this thing. If you have, what is it, intruder alarm, then this can has the potential of going infinite as long as you have a token payoff whenever you put a counter on something, and then you'll make it on tap it, proliferate, put a counter on something, make a token, blah blah blah, infinite, easy. So, but besides that, the ability of when it becomes tap proliferate is really, really exciting. You can probably just build energy with this. It says nothing on energy, but you can easily build energy. Another funny thing you can do is you can probably just build radiation counters if you want it, and then there's so many things that this thing opens. I can easily see this being on the top 5 legendary creatures that are built from Edges of Eternities, and we only have like almost 30 cards spoiled, and like some of them are like just literally like lands, and I am just ecstatic to build this thing. Like Kilo seems like an amazing card. I'm not. Oop, and I crashed. Oh, let me see again. Yep. Sarlet Genesis Shepherd. I'm not saying he's trash. I'm just saying I can see more exciting builds. Playing lands from your graveyard is not something that I am static to build. And +1/+1 counters on something when I sacrifice. Well, like putting +1/+1 counters on something after you sacrifice a creature is not very exciting either. Now, but Kilo is exciting. Like this is cool. And then last but not least, well, you remember Final Fantasy? Fuck that thing. It's all, who cares? Get with the new times, grandpa. We're not only on Edges of Eternities, now we're on the last Airbender. So Avatar Aang, they have spoiled also this card. It's beautiful art. And is a 4/4 flying firebending. We don't know what firebending is. But when you waterbend, earthbend, firebend, and airbend, draw a card, and then you transform him. And then spells you cast cause Woober legs to cast. And then at the beginning of each upkeep, you may transform Aang. And if you do, you gain 4 life, draw 4 cards, put 4 +1/+1 counters on him, and he deals 4 damage to each opponent. Some people have theorized that is what firebending or like element bending is. So some people have theorized, well, airbending is gaining life, waterbending is draw a card, earthbending is putting +1/+1 counters on something, and dealing damage is firebending. I'm not 100% sure if that's what it's going to end up being, just because earthbending will have to be heavy influence on putting +1/+1 counters on stuff, and I do not see that as earthbending that much. I mean, it could be, but when you earthbend, you don't make yourself bigger or stronger. Tough does that sometimes when putting like the rocks or metal, or like going through the metal door and like building herself as a shield. But normally, I don't see earthbending as literally putting +1/+1 counters on something. Maybe as, I don't know, like getting. I just don't know, and yeah, I'm not 100% sure if that's going to be the case. Firebending, I can definitely see the meaning, like deal damage to an opponent for X amount, and that counts as firebending too. Firebending 2 might mean when this creature enters, deal 2 damage to each opponent or to target creature. I don't know, but it seems this card seems extremely playable for a 5-color deck. But yeah, excited that they are Avatar Aang. Seems like a really good card. We need to see what firebending and element bending does in general. But yeah, extremely excited. Beautiful art. I love this series. If you haven't seen it, check it out before it comes out. And yeah, that's gonna be it for today. Try to keep it nice and concise. Just remember, new commander rules are coming. This doesn't change a lot of commander. Okay, I see people freaking out about this. It doesn't change a lot. All it changes is that now you're gonna have more options on which commanders you can build. And yeah, like that's the only thing is changing. It's just giving you more options. So we're all gonna be okay. For my fellow Grist players, I don't know what the ruling is, so I can't say Grist is going to be able to be a commander or not. I'm assuming yes, it can still be your commander. So I think the only thing they're doing is adding options to the commanders you can build. I don't think they're going to take anything away. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a good day. One last thing, I would like to thank my latest subscriber, Evan Stoganov, for subscribing. So yeah, if you are the last person to subscribe, I would like to give you a shout out, just to like thank the community for like just helping me start my YouTube channel. So hopefully I can entertain you guys, and you know, I get to make more videos. So this has been Potato Power MTG, and hope you have a nice day.